Oh, this guy used to be an adventurer, but then he took a double axe to the knee.
Thank you for helping me fight the darkness. To contend with evil is the essence of what it means to be a
Pot of acid is OP.
Focus is good.
I still want
do not let it
to
narrow you.
try out these leaping spiders like in a group. Like with freaking... Okay, so now it's saying I've seen this. Okay, and that's because of the way I came in here. This is where I was and I left to the town and then... Okay. So I was here and then I warped out. Alright, I'm going to try this out. Alright, tossing spiders. Let's see how fast these guys go down. Okay, now they're starting to do damage. Look at these spiders, man. They really do some damage. Once you have Soul Harvest going, like harvested 4, these jumping spiders are pretty powerful. Okay, this is a warp, so unlock that. I've lost control of my life. I know it's gone. I have no control. Eat jumping spiders. So it's definitely not about tossing one. It's all about spamming the piss out of this. And watch my mana when I use it too. It's like almost none. It totally refills itself. Look, it's not even really going anywhere. It refills as fast as you use it because it only uses 5 mana. So you can totally spam the piss out of that attack. That's nice. Well, it's the same thing though. You can spam your other main attack too. So jumping spiders, huh? I kind of like it. I will say that... There we go. Alright, now this is a good place. Here we go. Crowd control. Tossing the shit out of it. Alright, that was a good test. They seem pretty powerful. I got 5 that time too. I've harvested 5 souls, so... Or whatever the hell. Yeah, it takes them down, and then they go on to the next one. Alright, I like that. I like it. Let's see how you upgrade the spiders. So we've got jumping corpse spiders, but then you get Spider Queen. Summons a Spider Queen that births spiderlings. You can only have one out at a time. What is this? What's going on in here? Alright, so I've harvested souls and I'm tossing them. So it takes a little bit to get going. It's like a build-up, I guess, using the spiders as a build-up. It takes a little bit to build up your DPS because you're tossing spiders, and you throw 4 at a time.
All the abominable storing.
Versus the other thing where you get your strength right away.
The sacrifices now. I've heard enough of your idle
I know, right? How effective they are against bosses? Well, if you keep spamming it.
Left to sacrifice.
Well, the thing is, so if the boss, when you use Soul Harvest, you Soul Harvest the boss, which is just 1. If there's other enemies around, you'll pull in theirs too, but they had to be close. Everything has to be close to you, so your DPS is not as high. Certainly not as high against a boss if it's just you and the boss. I was fighting a Spider Queen yesterday, and that's what I noticed is that because there's not a lot of little enemies, you can't get that Soul Harvest off, so your DPS is greatly reduced. So, anyway, that was Corpse Spiders. Let's check out Plague of Toads. I am not up to the next thing yet. So this is Plague of Toads. These are weird.
Needs more time.
We have to wait for it to get... These don't do a lot of damage, but let's see how many we can throw out. So these are little stupid toads. They go off pretty random. It's pretty random where they go, so definitely reduced in like how accurate you are and what you're hitting. But I think they do some pretty good damage. It doesn't say on here though their damage. It just says you throw them. They cost a little bit of mana, a little bit more than normal. All right, let's do that. Toss those. But when they hit, they seem to really do a ton of damage. Gloves? Alright, let's see. But it's very inaccurate. You definitely can't just toss one and be good. You just have to keep throwing it. But they definitely drain your mana a little more. Alright, let's see how this goes. not bad. Those are pretty strong things. They do some damage. It's I'd say one of the downfalls of that is the annoying sounds that the Witch Doctor makes as he's throwing the freaking truck. Oh shit! Get out of there. Okay, not bad, not bad. I would say they do a lot of damage, but look at my mana drop. But I also threw out bats. Yeah, they are like wandering landmines. That's a good.
There are forces arrayed
That's
against
a good
us that are
analogy.
stronger than we ever imagined. Some greater purpose
Okay, so I'm
lies
gonna go
behind
there, so I'm
these
just gonna
trials,
explore over
but
there.
I do not yet know it.
Actually, this might be bad.
I'm
No, it's not.
10 on.
Yeah, wandering landmines. It is very unreliable. I don't know, I'd say it's that slow, but it looked like it does really good damage, which is the payoff, right? I mean, they do more damage than anything else. They're very powerful. But it is totally the trade-off is, do I want to be accurate and do a lot of damage, or not as much damage, or do I want to be inaccurate and do a lot of damage? But you can spam it, so, I don't know. Alright, here we go. Toss and toad. If you're close, though, you just start nailing stuff. So, we wiped that out pretty quick. Alright, let's not forget this. See, there's a toad running off to the top. None of my toads are missing. I think there was something in the way there. That's why they're missing. Heal up those little guys. Alright, this will be a good test. Eeyaw! Eeyaw! Boom! Yeah, see, they do 100-something damage when they hit. Which is pretty good. But that was with Soul Harvest. I don't know, I'm a little split on it. Yeah, so let's see about my mana. I'll just keep throwing this. It's not that bad. You can see my mana drain, but it's not that bad. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, a 6% better chance finding. Yeah, I'll take the Vitality over that. 18, no. Monk. Plus 1 Vitality, that's not that good. 16, plus 4 Intelligence. Yeah, I'll switch that out. Okay, now gloves. Man, can I find like a pair of gloves that's a little better than that? Can I please get some magical frickin' gloves around here? Battletoads. Yeah, you know what? I think they're good against, yeah, those the big groups of somewhat strong enemies. I'd say they're pretty good against those because they're, you know, they're going to hit something big. Okay, so a toad hit him, and without any soul harvest, the toad did 64 damage, which is pretty good. Oh shit. Yeah, 67, 43. There's a Templar, and them don't do, my dogs don't do that kind of damage. Alright, let's get moving.
I'm glad that fate has brought us together on
I'd
this
say the
path.
toads might be good against a
Why is
boss. If you're gonna fight a boss, maybe switch the toads on.
I know that a pure soul
Unless you need to
burns
keep a
within
good
you.
distance, because they definitely don't have a range. I mean, they're all right range, but they only go. See, that's about their. This is it. This is the radius right here. What, about 20 yards? I guess. I guess it'd be considered 20 yards in the game. See, we're learning stuff today. Alright, let's switch. So that's the toads. I know I'm like showing you guys, it's like taking forever. Let's go to Numbing Dart and see the damage there. See, we got the Zombie Charger, which I don't have any other option right now other than the Zombie Charger. Summon Zombie Dogs. You can switch out for Horrify, which makes things run away from you. I'm not a huge fan of this because I really like the dogs to take the damage. But Horrify's like this. This is the range. That's it. And it has a 20-second cooldown. So they run away from you for 4 seconds. And I just put a rune on to make them run away for... I have to wait for it to cool down. Yeah, right. I'd say they're kind of like a shotgun. Increases the rate. I think it's double. I think it made it 6 or 8 seconds. But you'll see that, you know, 1, Horrify doesn't put out any damage. But 2, it doesn't, you know, the cooldown, the payoff on the cooldown I don't think's that great. And I think it also is limited to how many enemies it will affect.
What riches!
What riches? So let's give it a shot and see how it works. Ew, it was like a thing just, like a body just fell off. Slice. The bats take up a lot of it, but the bats are pretty damn powerful. I like the big bats. It's not very crowd control, it's all DPS. You can switch out the bats for like this ring that you can throw down that slows down enemies 60 to 80% depending on what rune you use. I really like that too, but I want the DPS. See, let me use this.
Need more time.
I can't. Horrify! Run away! So he's horrified. Oh. This does good damage right now. But see, Horrify is still counting down, so if you're, like, really in the shit, everything's coming back at you already. And it's still counting down, it's still counting down, you still can't use it again. And this is instead of my dogs.
How are
Whoops.
criminals treated in your land?
They are banished.
How odd. In the order, they're just executed.
I don't feel the payoffs there. I know Horrify gets better with other runes though, so maybe like once I go level up it's a little better. Yeah, right? So with this cooldown of running away, you get no extra DPS from it, right? At least, and I mean, maybe it's good if in a group, but I'd say by yourself, certainly the zombie dogs, I would think, are the way to go. I've read on the forum some people prefer the crap. I have the wrong zombie dogs. I don't have the poison ones. I forget to ruin it. But some people do prefer Horrify, but I don't know. I know it's limited to how many creatures it affects too, so it doesn't even get everything, and the radius isn't that big. It is a risk taker. Zombie dogs had like a 60-second cooldown, but that's not bad. They're little tanks. They stay alive the whole time until they die. Highlands Passage. Right, and you can't just switch around either. Like, you can't take out the zombie dogs and use them and then switch over and boom, and then you can use the other thing every time you switch. So if I switch now and I turn it to Horrify, see, now I still have to wait for a cooldown. You can't just switch around. Zombie dogs, rabid dogs. See? Still have to wait. On my phone.